Hi, I'm Marc and I'm staff at the Seymour River Hatchery in North Vancouver. And today we're going to be spawning summer steelhead and a winter steelhead, secondly. When we spawn salmon, because they die fairly soon afterwards, after laying their eggs, we kill the salmon and take the eggs out. Whereas with with steelhead, basically they have the opportunity to spawn more than once. So they'll lay their eggs. The females will head out back out to the ocean as quickly as possible, so that they can start eating again and mending, and in a year or two they may come back again if they manage to survive another migration. So right now we're just putting a female to sleep, and I think she's just about ready. So we're anesthetizing her, and we'll extract the eggs. So what we're going to do is we have the female here. We're going to wipe off any extra water, as water is, we don't want water being added to the eggs yet, because they'll start absorbing the water and the sperm won't be able to get in. I have a hypodermic needle attached to an oxygen tank or an air tank, it doesn't matter. And basically that's going to provide cushion and help push the eggs out of the female. And Ed is applying some pressure to help push the eggs out. As you can see, it's happening right now. I'm going to pull the needle out. And a female of this size, she's roughly 5 pounds or 6 pounds, and she will have probably at least 2,500 to 3,000 eggs. Which is good. Okay. The reason why we do air spawning with the steelhead is we want to help push the eggs out without applying too much pressure, manual pressure from the person's hand, and also to push the eggs out, but also to help protect the organs, because we want her to go back out. We don't want any damage to the organs. So putting some air or oxygen inside her body cavity will help provide a bit of a cushion. So we have this is the male, and so Ed's trying to express some milt out of him. We're not having tons of success, but we've got a little bit. We have another male that's being anesthetized right now, and we'll give him a try. Here's our second male. We're going to give it a try. Sometimes we don't have. Sometimes these guys are a little hard to get the milt out of. It doesn't take a lot of milt. Probably about a 1/4 teaspoon is probably plenty for this many eggs. Oh, there we go. We got a little white liquid coming out. Oh. It's not very clean, a little bit bloody, which isn't too good. Sometimes the males, they might give a little bit of blood with the milk, probably just because we're squeezing a little bit hard. The problem with the blood is that it's a protein, and it's a fairly large protein. It'll fill up the pore, which the sperm will go through, and so sometimes what happens is you end up getting it blocked, and then we don't get proper fertilization. So that's the problem with having blood in the milt. Right now, taking a sample of ovarian fluid. These will be sent to Canadian Food Inspection Agency, who is involved in a large study to determine whether there's any viruses in a lot of different stocks of salmon and steelhead around the BC. So as it is now, we've added. So we have the eggs. We've added some milt. The milt, or the sperm in the milt, actually doesn't become active until water is added. And so that's why in the river, in the wild, in nature, in the streams, that's why basically the male has to express his milt as soon as the female drops her eggs, because those eggs are just starting to absorb water, and at that same time the sperm has to start entering into the pore in the egg. So right now we've got the milt mixed into the eggs, but nothing's happening yet. So once we start adding water, so I got a water here, then the sperm will become active, and they're not active for very long, probably 20 or 30 seconds or so. which is plenty of time for them to find an egg and fertilize. And in reality, 2 to 3 minutes is plenty of time for fertilization to happen. So right now the eggs are absorbing the water, and at the same time the sperm are entering into the egg. After fertilization is complete, after 2 or 3 minutes, then we want to add ovidine, which is it's a solution of iodine that we add at a low concentration to the eggs to disinfect the outer surface, and also actually any kind of antigens or anything that's entered into the eggs, or that will be inside the egg. So as the eggs are absorbing water, they'll absorb some of the iodine, which will help disinfect immediately inside the shell also. So I'm just going to mix the solution here. Do some more. This is 2 liters. Okay, so you can see it getting mixed. All right, so actually now we have to, and then we'll rinse off the eggs just to get any debris out. So there's always a little bit of debris from the females or the males, a little bit of intestinal debris or blood, some of the the sperm that hasn't or the fluid, because these types of things, if we leave them in here, are food for fungus, for bacteria, and so we want to get rid of as much of that as possible. We'll just sieve off excess water so we don't dilute our ovidine solution. And then it's a 10-minute ovidine bath, so they'll be in this iodine solution for 10 minutes, just to make sure it absorbs enough inside the egg. And then they'll go into our incubation room, where probably over the next 20 days they will the embryo will be forming, at which in about 20 days you'll actually be able to see the eyes inside the egg. So we'll put this aside, and that's it for the next 10 minutes. So on the Seymour River here in North Vancouver, there's a fairly unique run of summer run, and then there's also the normal winter run. So there aren't many summer runs in the lower, basically along the Fraser, in the lower mainland and in the Fraser. There's only about 4 or 5 summer runs. So we just finished doing a summer run, and next we're going to do a winter run. We do about 8 pairs of summer run fish, broodstock, and then about 5 to 6 pairs of winter runs. And that usually gives us approximately 20 to 30,000 summer runs, and anywhere between 10 and 15,000 winter run smolts in the end. So, and that's basically our target. Our capacity is about 40,000 smolts. And if you want any more information, you can go to our website, which is at seymoursalmon.com.